Hi guys, it's Lara. Thanks for watching and welcome back to my channel. So tomorrow is the day. Tomorrow is my explant surgery, so I will have my implants removed, and I promised you guys that I'm gonna vlog the entire procedure, or at least as much as I will be able to film, obviously not the surgery. So I thought the best thing would be to start with the day before, which is today. So I'm gonna show you what I'm packing for the hospital. I'm not bringing my camera to the hospital, but I'm bringing my phone, so hopefully I'll be able to film at least a little bit on my phone. And in the following days, I will always tell you how I feel, if anything happened worth mentioning. So if that's something you're interested in, then please keep watching. I will bring this small suitcase with me. The plan is that I will spend only one night in the clinic, which means I don't need that much stuff, so this will do. This is one of Jack's small carry-ons that he's usually bringing with him on business trips when he's spending only one night. So that's the smallest we have. Let's start over here. I have here a folder with some of the forms that I had to sign. I am supposed to bring them with me. And there's also my blood work and all the stuff that they need from me. I have here my sleeping mask because I need it dark when I sleep. Then I have here my favorite leggings. They are super comfy. They told me I am supposed to bring some comfortable clothes, and I'm supposed to bring something that I can close in the front. So I will have a hoodie and jogging suit on when I go to the hospital, and then in the hospital I will put these on instead of the jogging pants. I made these myself, by the way. I have a tutorial on my DIY channel. They are 92% cotton and 8% spandex, so they are super soft and breathable, and also very stretchy. Then I'm bringing fluffy socks because I can't live without fluffy socks. 2 pairs of undies. I just got my period, so I'm bringing these tampons. I'm usually using just menstruation cup, but that's kind of pushing on my bladder, and I want something a little bit smaller for the clinic. So I bought these organic tampons. I have here also a few sanitary pads for the night because I don't like having anything inside during night. And then I have here these wipes. I have here a few cotton swabs and earplugs. Then I have here a few tissues and my Bluetooth headphones. I think I should actually charge them to make sure that they are fully charged. And then for my skincare, I will bring this little skincare bag. So I have here a file in case I felt like filing my nails. It's always in there. Then I'm bringing the mouthwash in the form of these tabs. That's from Lush. I'm bringing a small toothpaste. That's actually the same toothpaste we are using on a daily basis, but it's the travel version. And this is my toothbrush. I'm using a bamboo toothbrush that's 100% compostable or biologically degradable. That's the brand. I bought the toothbrushes. I mean, it's a pack that comes with 4 of them, and I buy them via Amazon, so if you want to, I can link them down below. And I will bring only my glasses instead of contacts. And the plan is that when I go to the clinic, I will put on this sports bra, socks, this tank top, and then my hoodie and my jogging pants that I have downstairs. I still need to iron them. And of course, I'm bringing this guy. I got this wool from Jack and Josh years ago, and I've never slept without this plush animal ever since. So I washed him yesterday and put him in the dryer so that he's all clean for the clinic. And obviously I will leave any jewelry at home, including my wedding band and my engagement ring. Here's my precious little doggy. Hi, Hecky Bear. We went on a nice long walk because I had an errand to run today, so I took him with me. On Saturday, I went to the supermarket and I bought a few kind of emergency foods in case I won't be feeling well, so that I don't have to stand in the kitchen and cook. So I have here these vegan sausages, our favorite vegan steaks. I also bought these mushroom raviolis because they taste wonderful and they are also very quickly done. I bought also this sandwich bread. That's one of my favorites. That's for peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, just in case I don't feel like making anything because that's pretty much the fastest thing to eat. And in the freezer, I have a batch of pancakes. Whenever I'm making pancakes, I always make more and I always freeze half of it. So if we feel like having pancakes, I only need to take them out the day before. And then I have here fries. And I also bought this vegan lasagna. And I cooked a huge portion of rice that will be good for at least 3 days. So I could basically cook a quick stir fry if I wanted to. And tonight I will cook a big batch of curry so that Jack will have lunch and dinner tomorrow. And when I come back the day after, I will also have at least dinner. So this is kind of my preparation here in the kitchen. I'm also bringing this book that I'm currently reading. This is from a German author, Matthias Schmidt. This is the 4th book in the series. It's a really great reading, highly recommended, so I will link his books down below. Of course, I will also bring my phone and the charger. Now, the clinic organized vegan food for me, but I'm not sure how big the portions will be, and from my experience with airlines and sometimes places that do not have vegan food by default, I'm not sure if the food will be enough for me, because when Jack had his shoulder surgery, the clinic where he was, they also organized vegan food for him, but it was rather a small portion and he was actually pretty hungry. So I'm bringing a few bananas with me, and I'm also bringing 2 packages of olive crackers, and I'm about to make a few energy balls, so I will bring a small Ziploc bag with me with energy balls just in case. And I just finished our lunch, so I made this lovely salad with mushrooms, tomatoes, mung bean sprouts, bell peppers, cooked sweet potatoes, and crispy tofu that I baked in the oven. And the dressing is tahini dressing with lime juice and soy sauce. Now I'm gonna go to the office. I will bring Jack his lunch and I want to stay there for at least an hour or 2 because I need to check my emails before I take the few days off, and I also wanted to check the post. And then I will go to the grocery store because there are a few small things that I wanted to buy, and then I'll basically stay at home. I will make sure that I packed everything, that I didn't forget anything. I will go through all the papers, the forms that they gave me, and I will read all the information once again, and then I will just chill. And today I will go very early to bed because tomorrow I have to get up at 5. Alright guys, it is 5:30. I'm almost done with everything I wanted to do today. Apart from cooking, I still have to pre-cook the food that I planned, but my bag is all packed. The only thing I will take out again is my Wolfie, because I will bring my Wolfie with me to bed when I go to sleep, and then he will go back to my hospital bag in the morning. I ironed my tracksuit that I'm gonna wear tomorrow, and behind me is a peach tank top because I changed my mind. I decided I'm gonna wear this peach color with peach socks because my sneakers are a neon orange. That's kind of going well with this color. And here is the tracksuit. It's nothing special. It's a very simple Nikki Velvet black tracksuit, and I have sewn on my signature crest. Yeah, and I packed 4 bananas, 2 of packages of the crackers that I have shown you earlier. I also bought 1 Vego bar. This is one of my favorite chocolates, and here I have a small box with energy balls. So I'm pretty sure that I will not be hungry. And I almost forgot that I bought myself a few days ago this red beet chips that I love so much, so I put them also in my bag. This is ridiculous. Like, a huge portion of the stuff I'm bringing with me is food. Like, why not bring a cool box and a freaking waffle iron? Emotionally, in general, I'm in a pretty good place. However, I started noticing butterflies whenever I was thinking about, oh my god, it's actually already happening tomorrow. And I also just realized when I stepped out of the shower, when I looked at myself in the mirror, that this is actually for the very last time in my life that my body is looking the way it is right now, because these 2 girls are gonna be gone tomorrow forever. And that's kind of a weird thought. Not a bad thought, not bad at all, but it is still weird, isn't it? So basically these things, you know, the implants are inside of my body, and tomorrow at some point they will be in a plastic bag. That's just weird, isn't it? Good morning, guys. So today is the day of my surgery, so I'm dressed. As you can see, I'm wearing something a little bit different than what I have shown you yesterday. So I'm wearing a purple tank top and this shirt with this pole dance Vienna logo. And the tracksuit, I have to put on my hoodie and a warm jacket and my sneakers, and then I'm ready to go. This is what I have done with my hair. So I made 2 Dutch braids so that I don't have to worry about my hair for the following days. Hi guys, so I can't even talk properly yet because of all the intubation, but I'm doing really great. It is 2:30 and I have just been brought back to my room. I'm still super sleepy, super tired, but everything went well. So, and this is what my chest looks like. It's super flat and you can see it's all orange, but that's probably the disinfection and everything. And I just got my Wolfie, so I'm just gonna rest a little bit, and when I will be a little bit fitter, then I'll talk to you more. Okay, next update. I played my meditation on my phone and I slept for about 40 minutes. I didn't sleep through, I always woke up shortly, but then I always fell asleep again. And right now I got these goodies here. The nurse, who is, by the way, such a sweetheart, she was just here and she told me that they gave me antibiotics and some painkillers. It's a mild dosage, but just to be sure that I don't have unnecessary pain. So I'm gonna shut my eyes for a little bit more. Alright guys, short update. I felt good enough to get up myself and to go to the toilet, so I thought I'm gonna film a short update how I'm feeling. So I'm actually feeling pretty good. Look how flat my chest is. Isn't that amazing? I am so super happy. And one thing that's gonna be a little graphic, and that's these drains that are going out of my chest, and it ends in these bottles. This is where all the blood and liquid from my chest flows into. And I'm gonna sit a little bit and sip a bit of water because I'm super thirsty, but other than that, I'm doing fine. I'm basically just walking back and forth in the clinic because I kind of need to move. I can't lay anymore. And there's a really lovely view. When you look in the background, like there's the tower of the Stephan's Church. Hi guys, so this is the next day after my explant surgery, and as you can see I am already home. Today after breakfast I was feeling great and my blood pressure was alright and everything else was great, so I was allowed to leave. And I was actually feeling so great that I was even allowed to leave by myself. I didn't have to wait for Jack, but of course I took a taxi. It's definitely better to invest in a taxi fare instead of taking the public transportation, because that's too risky so soon after a surgery, because you could get dizzy, you could stumble, fall down. There are so many things that could happen, so the money for the taxi is definitely money well spent. And now I'm gonna tell you what actually happened yesterday, how it went. So when I came in the clinic, first they brought me to my room. I shared a room with another lady. She was super sweet. We had actually a great talk today in the morning. She was super nice. And they gave me these stockings that they give you for surgeries to prevent thrombosis, and I got a light blue shirt that closes in the back. Actually the same light blue shade that I have seen in my dream about the surgery that I had a while ago. I talked about it in my video in which I have explained my reasons for removing the implants and about my health issues. So if you're new here, I will link the video down below, and if you followed me for a while, then you probably already know what I'm talking about. And then I went to the doctor's office and he painted everything on my chest. He explained everything to me, what he's going to do, what he's going to try to do. He also explained to me how he's going to remove the implants, that he's going to take them out with the capsule in one piece, and then he's going to remove the capsule, and so on and so on. And then I went back to my room, and actually shortly after that someone picked me up and they brought me to the wake up room where you also wait for the surgery. Then the anesthesiologist came. She was such a fun, cool lady. I actually had to laugh so much when I talked to her. We talked about the intubating and she said, well, I know it's not really nice, but I kind of guessed that you would like to have oxygen during surgery. And I was like, oh, let me think about it. Oh yeah, well, let's do this. So it was so much fun and everyone gave me such a great feeling. Everyone was so caring. I can't even say often enough how grateful I was for everyone in the clinic, the nurses, the personnel that went to the surgery, the doctor, everyone. They were all wonderful. And then they brought me into the surgery room. It was so freaking freezing, but they packed me into some warming things so that I wouldn't freeze, because literally after like 1 minute there I started shaking. It was that cold. And they actually gave me cuffs and set me up later when I was unconscious already, because they said that's the best way how to make sure that everything's gonna be straight and in its right position. But I didn't really notice any of that because they already gave me the anesthesia. And the next thing I remember was waking up in the waiting room, like the wake up room, and they asked me things and I was just so out of it. I couldn't even form a sentence and I had to think so hard about what to say. I was like, I'm kind of confused. So something like that came out, and I remember kind of fighting the feeling of not being really conscious but not having enough energy yet, so I always closed my eyes. And I also remember that the bed was kind of too short and I didn't know what to do with my legs, but they gave me a warm blanket and they put a kind of a hose underneath the blanket that was blowing inside warm air, so I was super comfortable all the time. And even the tubes that they put into your vajayjay were not a problem at all. That was actually something I was not looking forward to, but it was kind of automatically leading the urine away. Sorry, but that's just part of surgeries. And then when they took it out, I didn't even notice. It didn't hurt at all. Then when I was stable enough, they brought me back to my room and they told me that I was supposed to call the nurse when I wanted to go to the toilet or get up, because they said you're not supposed to like get up for the first time yourself in case you would feel sick or dizzy. So after a while I called the nurse because I wanted to try to go to the loo and see how I'm doing in general. And everything went well. So after that she gave me something to drink and she said that I'm supposed to drink only small sips so that I don't get nauseous. And I was so thirsty all the time because of the tubes that I had in my neck and everything. Everything felt so weird and my voice was so super husky, and it kind of, I wouldn't say it hurt, but it was kind of like a scratchy feeling inside of my throat. And the more I drank, the better I felt. and I was still super tired, so I always slept a little bit, then I woke up, drank a little bit, went to the toilet, and so on and so on. In the evening they brought me my dinner. The dinner was wonderful, and then I slept some more, and at some point at night, I think it was around 2:30 or something like that, I woke up and I felt pretty awake, so I took my book because I didn't want to wake the lady up who was with me in the room, and I went in the hallway because there were nice comfy chairs and I've been walking there back and forth. Then I sat down a little bit, I ate a bag of chips that I had with me, and then I read my book for about half an hour, maybe 40 minutes, and then I felt tired again, and I basically slept till I'd say like 5:30. And the nurse came a couple of times in. I think I got like 3 times in total antibiotics and painkillers, but they give you the bottle, you know, that drips, and I still had the needle on my arm, so this is how they give you that, especially for people who feel nauseous. It's a great solution. The lady who was with me in the room, she felt super nauseous. She had to throw up a couple of times, so taking pills was out of the question anyway, so this is really a great way. And I'm pretty sure you want to see how my chest looks like, so I'm not gonna show the naked boobs yet. I'm gonna show it in a different video as a comparison to before and after when this heals, because right now the shape looks a little weird. But this is basically my chest now. It's super flat. It's so flat that even my ribs stand out a little wider. But guess what? I love it. And let me tell you, the breathing is so different now. I really remember when I was completely awake, when I was back in my room, actually even before that, in the wake up room, I kind of consciously took a deep breath in and I was like, whoa, this is different. This is better different. This is amazing. So that is already one thing that I can check in my list, and it just feels so good, and my whole body feels lighter. I mean, obviously these things are out, so far I'm absolutely impressed, and also I feel so rested even though I'm tired, if that makes any sense. So we'll see what's gonna happen in the next days. I'm definitely gonna be documenting the next days if anything worth mentioning happens, but so far I'm doing great. I came home with a few packs of painkillers. They told me I don't have to take them, but I can take them if I want to, if I should be in pain, and they have also written on the boxes how many I'm allowed to take and how often. And I have a paper with instructions, and they gave me also 5 phone numbers in case anything happens, like should my boobs feel too hot, or should they be swollen, or should I feel in some way weird. They said call immediately no matter what time of the day it is. Overall, even though this was surgery, and surgeries are not necessarily the most fun thing in the world, I still feel like this was a good experience because I always felt like I can trust everyone. They took such great care of me and they were so sweet and super nice. So I'm really happy also with the result. I feel amazing. I feel like I have my natural body back. I asked the doctor about what I'm allowed to do and what I'm not allowed to do. He said, in general, you can do pretty much anything that doesn't hurt you. So like if you sit on a desk, you can type, do it. Then they said, like, if you want to reach somewhere up and it hurts, don't do it. Have anyone else do it for you, because you still have some stitches, so be careful about that. Now, no cardio for 4 weeks and no chest exercise, no lifting for 6 weeks in total, but after that I'm allowed to do my yoga and pole and ballet and everything. I will probably just take it a little slow at the beginning, but that's great. But right now I'm allowed to go on a walk because that's something where I don't sweat. I forgot to mention, yes, I am allowed to go for a walk and I can theoretically also work, but I'm still taking the entire week off because I really want to focus on healing and resting, because I'm of course still tired. And it takes a while until you get all of the stuff from the anesthesia out of your system. So I don't want to rush it. So I planned the entire week for myself, and that's what I'm gonna do. Here I have a second compression garment. I have the same one on in black. and they gave me a second one in a lighter color so that I could wear also some light shirts and sweaters in the following weeks when I still have to wear this. And I think I'm supposed to wear this for 3 or 4 weeks if I'm not mistaken. And you know what's the best thing? Coming home to this little guy, I missed him so much. It was terrible without my hair keeper. Hi, Hickey. Did you miss Mommy too? Oh, it's so nice to be home with you again. I missed you so much. And I think that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, feel free to write them down below. And I will keep you guys updated. Thank you all so much for watching. I love you guys so much and see you soon. Bye!